Our update now on a fatal hit-and-run bicycle crash solved by some good Samaritans who followed that driver after the collision. David Squires was killed in March of 2010 at Sprague and Division. That's where KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey joins us live. Jeff, this case is finally going to trial.
And Mike, a couple of reasons for the delay in this case going to trial, including the fact that one of the very first officers here on the scene the night of the crash, he was deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan not long after the collision. Detectives say more than 2.5 years ago, a man named Scott Reckord was making the turn here at Sprague and Division and hit a guy riding a bicycle there in the crosswalk. Witnesses say despite the sounds and the impact of the crash, the driver of the truck did not stop. A good Samaritan says she chased Reckord all the way to Monroe Street Bridge, flashing her headlights until Reckord turned around and headed back to the crash. Once on scene, police found Reckord was intoxicated and arrested him. When David Squires, the cyclist, died, Reckord, a former bar owner, was charged with vehicular homicide. But because Reckord also allegedly fled the scene, he now faces an additional 5 to 7 months in prison. And that's why police say if you are involved in a crash, you need to stop and make sure no one's hurt.
Honestly, it saves us the work of having to go out and find people and having to deal with the prosecution end of things. You just stick around, you help the people that are injured, and the consequences are going to be a lot less than if you took off.
Reckord told police that night he never saw the cyclist and only had 2 beers before the collision. If convicted, Reckord faces 36 to 48 months in prison. Reckord's vehicular homicide trial gets underway here in Spokane on Tuesday. Reporting downtown, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.